Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the Crossroads Classic in Indianapolis. This round, my co-host is
Luke Carrington of the Gold Squadron Paintcast. How you doing today, Dion?
Gold Squadron Paintcast live Mondays and Thursdays. Watch, what are you doing?
We are painting ships. We're getting prize support for giveaways right here.
That's right. I'm super excited to give some stuff away today. We got some players here. We have around 60-ish. I think the last time I checked. And we're ready to play some Premier Level X-Wing. We got a lot of cool squads here. Let's go ahead and break down those lists.
All right, so on the right side of our table, we got Ryan Staniszewski. He's running a fairly interesting Rebel Beef list. Ryan always brings exciting oddity lists out to the table. We got Braylon Strom. Jan Ors with the Moldy Crow title, so remember that gives one extra attack out the front arc. Jake Farrell with Crack Shot, and Cassian Andor with Pivot Wing. On the right, we got Ryan Fisher, who is running a First Order list. He is running Scorch, which is a TIE-FO with Fanatical and Advanced Optics. 2 Zeta Squadron Survivors, which are TIE-SFs with Cluster Missiles, and Kylo Ren with Sense and Advanced Optics.
All right, everybody at home right now, what we're going to do is what we do every round, or when I remember, or we're not running behind on time, which we're good right now. We're going to use our Choose Your Champion poll. Really simple to participate. All you got to do is type 1 or 2 in the chat. Oh, that's ugly. I have to change that. Type 1 or 2 in the chat. 1 is a vote for Ryan Fisher on the left, and 2 is a vote for Ryan Staniszewski of now the Gold Squadron podcast. He's been stolen.
Oh.
That's right. That's official now.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I'm good. Yeah. You good? Yeah.
I didn't know that Ryan moved over. That's exciting.
Yeah. He's part of the family now. He's part of the fam. So, looking at the opening approach for, gotta be careful. They're both Ryan. So
right. We'll call it. We'll use Staniszewski as that'll be easier than just saying Ryan.
But I like to use their first names. This is gonna be hard. All right. Anyway, we'll be fine. Looking at the approach here, we got the 2 Zetas set up at the top of the screen. And it looks like we might be...
They're still setting up.
They're still setting up. All right. So we're just waiting to get them going. So, Luke, how you been?
Oh, been doing great. We've been painting up a storm on the Paintcast. It's been lovely. If you guys haven't jumped in, you should stop in one of these nights and maybe learn how to paint a ship, or at least just come hang out with do some fun evening activities. Yeah.
I'm super excited to see some of the ships that we have to show them off, the faction ships.
Oh, we got them here, and we got a whole bunch of ships to show off here if we want to.
You dropped off literally, how many ships did you bring with you?
27.
So it's funny. I was telling Luke, most of them have already given away. It was one of those where it's like, all right, we got this for Worlds and this from this, and people are like, I want my ships. I'm like, you'll get them. I just got to pick them up. So
right,
we're here. We're at the point. It's been picked up, and we'll be taking them home. And maybe if the chat behaves, maybe we give away a couple.
Oh man,
this weekend.
Yeah. So I'm watching you. I'm watching you, chat. I see you, Lou. You be good.
That's right.
And welcome in, chat. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you being here. If you guys weren't here, we wouldn't be doing this. This is really all about bringing good content to you, and we're glad that you support us.
That's right. Actually, I was just did I post to Facebook? I don't even remember. I was in the fury of doing all the things and don't know. I've been staying off Facebook because like Rise of Skywalker spoilers already dropping all over the place. Apparently, people are just saying like stay away. You won't get any spoilers here at Gold Squadron. Yeah. We'll behave.
If so, while Dion's getting Facebook ready, let's just kind of look at this deployment here. It looks like down in the bottom corner is where Ryan is kind of placing all of his ships. Ryan Staniszewski is placing all of his ships, and then FO. First Order Ryan is kind of has a semi-mixed deployment. He has all of his ties up in the top corner, so across from Ryan, and then he has Kylo just kind of sitting out in the center. What do you think? Having Kylo in the center of the board, does that make is that a bait
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely a bait tactic. It's so maneuverable with its auto thruster's ability, very similar to the, excuse me, exactly the same as the TIE Interceptor, just being able to boost or barrel roll after any move, giving it the possibility to double reposition. And just with the amount of blue maneuvers that silencers have, it's that stress is trivial.
Right.
Trivial.
AJ's Wargaming, is this tournament being streamed tomorrow? Yes, we will have coverage of this tournament tomorrow.
Yes, this is just day one. You know, I probably should have put that in the name of the event. Let's just go ahead and do that right now. Crossroads Classic for day one. Because now you know, like, wait, is there day two? Like, Bam. My dad is Ryan Fisher.
There you go. All right.
If that's actually Ryan Fisher's son, welcome. If it's not, and you just want him to be your daddy, you have to contact him.
We should probably stop that conversation there.
No, I mean, like really, come on. It's fine. Some people just need love, and it's okay.
That's true.
No shame. No shame.
You're always family here at the Gold Squadron Pod.
That's right. That's right. If you need a hug and you're in an event, as long as you've showered recently, I got you. All right. We're going to post to Facebook. Join us for... I'm just going to copy this. Actually, this was really good.
All right, so it looks like we have some opening moves. We just got, everybody's just going straight, at least to start with. So each player's kind of running up their board edge. Not going to see some engagement for a while. We got a lot of board to cover.
Oh, yeah.
So this is starting to become a pretty common thing with X-Wing 2.0, with players taking a lot more time to engage.
Well, I think it's been a strong strategy for a long time. It's just, I think it's more widely known now because the game's been out for a while. It's like, wait a second, you should try to wait for your engagement. And in the first round, a lot of times, especially if you've never played somebody before, you're not familiar with them, or you're not sure, like, what level do you play on? These first opening turns and the choices can give you a lot of information on, like, what level of player am I playing against?
Right.
All right. You can look for some of the small holes in their strategy, some of their decision making. You're like, huh, why'd you barrel roll forward there? That maybe doesn't make sense. Or why'd you barrel roll backwards? You know, just kind of like, so for instance, very small thing to pick up on. Ryan Fisher on the left side did a barrel roll to the left here with Kylo, but he chose purposely to go as far back as possible. That gives him just a little bit extra room that if he wants to, he's threatening. He's saying, hey, I can, if I want to, turn behind that debris. Or, of course, he has the route between those asteroids as well.
Right. So if you're a Ryan at this point, because we know that Ryan is an excellent player, right?
Right.
World's contender, and so what is Ryan thinking at this point? He's obviously thinking, who do I need to kill to win the game? What is my win condition? And so what is Ryan's win condition at this point? I mean, obviously Kylo is very slippery, right? If he can get Kylo, awesome. Then that's going to make the rest of his game a whole lot easier for the day. But you can't count on that, right? So his win condition, I would assume, is what, with Zeta Squadron survivors being 37 points each, which is exactly as much as his cheapest ship in Jake. He's probably looking to kill both of those in half a Scorch or Kylo.
Yeah, absolutely. With these SF squads, especially with Fisher keeping this squadron of ties together, it's going to be kind of Ryan seeing what he gets fed, piece by piece. It'll be interesting to see what it is. Looking at our poll right now, we're 50-50. We have 20 people participating. That's about, let's see, this early, how many people we got? We got 64 right now. I think we can get to 30 votes. Let's go ahead and get 10 more people to vote. Come on, just type 1 or 2 in the chat.
So if you're Ryan Fisher, what's your win condition fighting this kind of Rebel Beef Squad? We've seen this Rebel Beef Squad since the inception of 2.0.
Yeah, different versions of it, but yeah, the idea is usually you have Cassian, Braylon, and others.
Right, and so what do you need to do to beat this list?
So a lot of times it comes down to, do you have enough firepower to alpha something off the board in an engagement while surviving? If you let, like, Braylon is a hammer in this list. So if you have the opportunity to just get Braylon off the board in a single turn, which is really hard to do as the B-Wings do have 8 health. You definitely want to do that because Cassian enables Braylon so much because your time on target is ridiculous. Because Cassian's abilities allows you to take the stress off of a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 at the start of activation. So you're just like, oh, I'm going to dial in a K-turn here with my B-Wing, take away its stress, and now it's fine. Like it has its...
all of its abilities.
All of its abilities.
All powered up.
And then Cassian could coordinate him a focus. He does a red move, and now he has his rerolls and essentially has target lock focus.
Right, and so what that all kind of boils down to is making sure that Ryan Fisher is getting all of his ships on target at the same time, which is a really difficult thing, especially kind of how he's set up right now. He's going to have to be really careful to not kind of show his hand with where his pack is going and where Kylo is setting up.
Yeah, right now... Kylo choosing to go to the left there, it makes sense with how Ryan deployed his ships. Ryan Staniszewski deployed his rebel ships. He's kind of creating a net. He has Jake out there on the edge, threatening to come in. Now, Jake is initiative 4, really, really squirrely, and can be used, even though he's not Arvel. And like Arvel's meant to block, right? You want to block things with Arvel in order to reduce agility and attack them if you have intimidation. But Jake can still be used as a pretty effective blocker. You get in Kylo's way, all of a sudden he doesn't have actions, and you can dwindle down that force pretty quickly.
Right. I'm looking at Twitch chat right here. I saw a hello from Bogota this morning. So hello, all of you international and local U.S. people here. Welcome into the chat today. This is the Gold Squadron podcast. We're streaming to you live from Indianapolis, Indiana for the Hangar 19 Crossroads Classic 4. And hello, all of you regulars. Lou the Lunatic. Hey, number 1 Luke, are you commentating all day? I am commentating.
That's right.
All day.
He is my Chewie today, all day.
The Flying Mighty, like your name. The Staniszewski doing a good job of cutting the board down. Absolutely, you can see that that Ryan is making a strong pass to try and just limit the amount of space that the TIEs have to go within the asteroid field. We're moving forward to our next turn. It looks like dials are currently being set. At this point, we got let's see what we got in the chat here. Dion, can you ask them to use the right token? Strain is not stress. We're fixing that right now. Thank you very much for letting us know. We appreciate that. Canadians are somewhere in between international and regulars. Yeah, but I mean, you guys are friends to us. We're up north in the Midwest, so I mean, you're only a couple hours away. Is Luke commentating tomorrow? I am commentating tomorrow. So if you can't handle me, sorry. Well, if just put up a we'll put up a poll and Dion can just Dion if you guys hate it, you guys can kick me off. We'll find someone else.
I think we need to ban the dead Baron 101. By the way,
bring back Asa and Darren. Oh man, Asa's such a good commentator. He does such a good job for us.
I was trying to troll. That's Darren. That's Darren Granger.
Oh, it's Darren Granger.
Darren is suggesting that he bring himself back on. Oh. He's trying to hide behind his Twitch name.
I mean, Darren
I thought I'd dox him a little bit.
I mean, with Asa, Darren was a very strong commentator.
He was great.
I mean, that's really all we can say about Darren, though. With Asa, he was a really strong commentator.
Fact.
No, I appreciate you, Darren. How you doing? Welcome in. Okay, so dials are down. We're starting to get some movement. We have Ryan having a really smooth kind of transition into the rocks. He's cutting down this top diagonal half of the field, and he's moving these TIE fighters he's kind of forcing the TIE fighters to play his game at this point. Right now, these TIE fighters have a pretty strong idea of where these TIE fighters are going to go. It looks like, I mean, I would imagine that these TIE fighters are probably thinking about this engagement right here, and then hopefully Kylo can get kind of up and around fast enough to engage at the same time. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. Kylo is definitely fast enough. The other option he has is if he just goes ahead and does a 2-turn, you barrel roll as far back as possible, and you'll have enough room to to cut back this way. Of course.
Big fast move by Jake.
Jake, never mind. Go the other way. And there's the boost.
Yeah, so Jake did a great job of threatening that potential move. So now anywhere that Kylo goes in this little range, Kylo's at least going to be taking a pot shot by Jake. And we all know that that a really good way to kill Kylo is to just take away his force.
Yep.
And then once he doesn't have force, he's just rolling green dice.
That's right. So real quick, guys, we're going to go ahead and close the Choose Your Champion poll here in about 1 minute. So let's go ahead and get your votes in, 1 or 2. We're still pretty tight. I want to see a little bit more participation, and we'll see what happens. And one of the things with Jan on the board is even though Jake only has 2 dice, like that can still be a threat. Jan can be like, you know what, that's actually a 3-dice shot with focus and crack shot.
Right.
Right? Let's make it happen.
So who is up next? It looks like Ryan has all of his guys going, and now we have Scorch moving in. So our PS4 step. Oh, 2-turn, interesting.
He's trying to widen the formation a little bit. He should be able to skirt that asteroid if he goes fast enough next turn. That's what he's looking at right now.
Right, but then Ryan knows that he is not going slow. So this is a good position for Ryan Staniszewski to take Scorch, to have a really nice position on Scorch this next turn.
I'm being bullied in the chat by Darren Granger.
All right, chat. Here's what I got to say. I will mod you. I will get on my phone and I will mod you. All right. You guys be nice to Dion.
That's right. Well, actually, it's for a good cause. He's trying really hard to get me to go for the UK System Open, and I would love to, but I just don't have the time off of work. I just don't have the time. I can't do it. I wish I could.
Well, luckily, the UK System Open is probably not going to go away within a year.
You're right.
Right? So, I mean, if we can't make it this year, then, maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Right.
All right, so Ryan using the rotate action to push that arc to the left, preparing for that 2-turn into the board.
Interesting note right now. Jan Ors has her turret facing exactly the wrong way. It is her turret is currently facing the far edge of the board, which doesn't look like she's going to have any sort of engagement right now. Her turret is facing right this way now.
Yeah, that's because he's getting ready for the next turn.
Right, getting ready for the next turn. But any turn coming up this way, all of the ties are going to be over here. Right.
Yeah, but it's not about that. You shoot with the front arc, the bad guys. That side arc is to pump up Braylon and Jake.
Right. I don't think Jake's going to be in the side arc either.
No, he won't.
Right.
Be.
Jake is going to. Right.
All right.
Sir.
56-40 left in. We're going to have an engagement probably next turn. Let me know out there in the chat. We should be pushing 1080p today. We have a wired connection and a pretty decent one. So let me know how it looks on your guys' side. I'd appreciate the feedback.
So in this match specifically, how much does pilot skill play in your initial thoughts for ship placement coming in here? So coming into this next turn, how important is it that Ryan has pilot skill over those 2 Zeta Squadron survivors?
Well, it depends. So right now the Zetas brought cluster missiles, right? If Ryan does his engagement correctly, a perfect engagement is the fact that those Zetas will come up, not have range for the target lock. So now they're only shooting 2 dice. And Ryan's able to come into range after they miss their target locks and be able to get his 3-dice shots with his big guns. And that's one of those where the initiative 2 can hurt you when you're trying to bring munitions. But on the other side of it is that if they end up both just out of range and there's no shots between the 2, Ryan Fisher has the opportunity to now throw some blocks the following turn. So this next turn is really going to matter how fast they go.
Cod Dargo, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate it.
That's right. That's right.
I would think that right now you probably want to put all of your cluster missiles in on Braylon if you have the opportunity. You want to get Braylon off the board as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. I mean, it's if anything else, it's a 3-die shot with an opportunity to shoot someone else. Like maybe.
Jake, you have the best opportunity right now to get the target lock on Jake. But I mean, Jake is a squirrely ship. He might Ryan might be trying to get them to place the target lock on Jake just so Jake can kind of squirm away.
You know, real quick shout out to Johnny Ray in the chat. Says probably picking up my first fleet today. I'm excited. Hey man, welcome to the ranks of X-Wing.
Oh man, Johnny, you are joining pretty much the best community in all of miniature gaming.
I think so.
I think so too. You're gonna find. I have some of my best friends that I've met just in X-Wing. I was telling Dion last night. We were having some dinner and we were talking, and we were talking about how coming to X-Wing events is almost more about enjoying all of the people that you know at the event more than the game itself, right? Everybody wants to play the game and win, but at the end of the day, you know, when we can all go out for a pizza and have fun and just enjoy each other's company, that's really what makes this community really fun.
Absolutely. Here's the 3 bank.
Oh, big move coming in
from the Red Zeta.
Not unexpected, but still big move. Looks like this is going to be the turn of engagement here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But this is playing into Staniszewski's favor because he's going to be out of range for a target lock.
Right.
And he's forcing Ryan Fisher to have his arc to the front, right? He has to have his arc to the front because that's the only way you can shoot missiles with TIE-SFs, is where that arc is pointing. But in a perfect world, now that Ryan Fisher knows that he's not going to have shots, he would have preferred his arc to be to the back. That way, next turn, he doesn't have to K-turn with those guys. You can just continue forward and getting shots without having to be stressed.
Well, let's remember, even though Cassian is a support piece in this list, he's no slouch.
Oh, no.
With that U-wing.
No, he has a lot of beef. That 3-dice gun does some pain for sure.
And it looks like this probably is within range. Looks like Cassian is gonna have a shot on
red.
On the reds, but he might not have a shot on the green. Green might be out of range for Cassian, so we'll see if it's gonna be pretty close. Having actually played Staniszewski, I want him to win. Says Nighthound Tier. Well, we can't play favorites on the Gold Squadron podcast while we're actually streaming. But since Ryan is now part of the family, we're all, you know, we're not rooting for him, but
we'll shame him if he loses.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get the barrel roll here from Jake. And earlier, if you guys saw Ryan Staniszewski attempting the barrel roll towards Cassian, the purpose for that is you purposely fail a barrel roll, and you get the stress, the bad part of failing a linked action. And for Braylon, it's not a bad thing. It's that rule. I know some people are like, oh, that's crap. Why would messing up an action help you? Honestly, it only helps on very few pilots, and Braylon so happens to be one of them.
Right, and it looks like we got Scorch here, potentially setting up a block on Jake if Jake is trying to come in and do something sneaky in here. Jake doesn't have a ton of options except potentially being out of the fight this turn if he doesn't want to be.
Right, but right now, because Jake already moved, so he might be flanked right now. So.
Yeah. Oh, I very much spaced that Ryan Staniszewski had initiative. The other Ryan had initiative.
There you go.
Right. Okay, big turn with Jan. And then we're gonna have Kylo's move.
Oh yeah. The third eye.
There we go. We got a little bit of action.
Here's going to be some action, yep.
All right. Maybe a barrel roll and get a range 1 on Jake, or I think that's probably the best move.
Yeah, he might be able to barrel roll just out of arc. It's going to be close. That's what Fisher's looking at the moment. Braylon, when he does fire, he will have 4 dice from Jan. Let's see what Kylo is going to do.
Got to give my shout-outs to my Paintcast buddies that hang out with me. Welcome in, Catherine, Nick, Sarah. Welcome in. Glad to see you. And Reality Lemon. Good to see you, too.
There's the roll.
Okay. Oh, man, that arc is close.
That's close. All right, so no shots for Jan. Here comes Kylo.
All right.
Oh. Oh, 3 hits. Sorry, guys. I got to do the magic here. It's going to be 2. Zoop. The illusion is broken.
Yeah. Now you know all the secrets.
Now you know all the secrets. All righty.
Hey, Epionic, how you doing? Welcome in.
All right, 3-on-3 into Scorch.
All right.
Spends a focus.
Spends a focus for 3. Oh, no. Okay, spends a focus, just takes 1.
So that's 1 shield.
On Scorch.
On Scorch.
His only shield.
Yep. And half points already on Jake as well. Braylon has a couple of shots here, a couple of options, range 3. Could try to take Scorch off the board with some high probability dice. He's got 2 re-rolls.
Right. This is potentially Scorch's the last shot on Scorch. Cassian and Jan both won't have shots. So it looks like Jan's adding a die for Braylon.
Here we go. It's going into Scorch. 4-on-4. Ooh, there we go. He had the mods. He just didn't need to use them.
Right.
Hit crit could still happen.
Right. Takes the hit and panic
pilot. Panic.
Man, 2 stress on those FOs is not a good day.
No, yeah. So panic pilot forces you to take 2 stress. Bad time. Scorch's turn. Feeling bad with only 1 whole point.
And his only shot is going to be on Braylon, so this is going to be a range 3 unmodded shot.
Mm-hmm. One thing we got to take note of, they might catch it. We'll give them a second, but Kylo should be stressed.
Oh, for doing the
barrel roll focus.
For auto thrusters.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
See, they got it. It's one of those things where the player may have just forgotten to put it out.
Right, and remember, all of these players are all the players in X-Wing are so good nowadays.
They are.
So I mean, you know, they're not doing any of this stuff on purpose.
1 hit.
And he's good.
Yep. And we're going on to the 3s. Cassian reaching, double checking what he's got, and he might be able to clip Scorch.
Oh, looks like he's got the arc.
Yeah, you go at Scorch. There's no reason not to try to just get it off the board. Here we go, 3-on-4. Has a focus. That's going to be hit, crit.
It. And Scorch is probably off the board this turn. Yep.
Confirmed. All right, so that means that Staniszewski is up 40-19 after the initial engagement.
And a wounded pilot. So if y'all are keeping track of crit cards at home, mark that one off your list.
That's right. Some people do.
Yep.
You know, one thing I always wonder is if anybody has any, like, I don't know, like, oh, whenever I watch a stream, I always do X. Because at this point, Gold Squadron has streamed enough where it's just, like, part of some people's, like, normal life. Like, oh, yeah, of course. You know, like, at least every other weekend we have something that they're at. Like, do you always watch it on your couch? Are you a mobile person? You always have it on your phone, you're, you know, going around town and you're just like listening in, definitely not watching while you're driving, hopefully.
if you are, I strongly suggest just listening
just
while
listen.
You're driving.
We'll do our best. We will paint you a picture with our words.
Right. And please do not tell us in the chat until you're in a safe place.
On highway right now watching.
Right.
All right, here's the Zeta shot. 2-on-3.
All right, so 1. So it's interesting that he didn't advance optics there. What?
He didn't have it. He didn't have it. It's the optics was on Scorch. So Staniszewski
right.
was
That's
double
right.
checking. Like,
Right.
oh, you have optics? No, you don't. So let's see. AJ Wargaming says, I watch on a tablet while I paint minis.
AJ, you and I both, man. When I'm sitting at home watching Gold Squadron, watching everybody have fun.
That's right.
I'm having my own fun painting some minis. If you're painting minis, you should definitely be joining our Discord. We have an awesome Discord with painters and players, and there's also discussion about the tournaments as they're going on. So just type in !Discord in the chat, and that'll give you a link that you can follow and join up and kind of be a bigger part of our community.
I watch on my second monitor at work. That's right.
Yeah, increase that productivity.
That's right. Well, here, Wade Snaps says, I'm a FedEx driver listening while delivering packages. You are delivering the Christmas spirit, sir.
Yeah, you might imagine.
Or madam.
Imagine how much X-Wing you're delivering to the people,
That's
to the
right.
world.
I mean, X-Wing boxes do have a sound. They have a sound. Like, every packaging has a certain tonality to it.
I would say definitely, and the X-Wing 1.0 packages I thought definitely had the most distinctive packaging sound that I've ever heard. Right. The 2.0 is like this plastic that you can feel the plastic kind of smacking against the cardboard. Right as you're in there, it's kind of like the soft Dutch. Colorado, hi, Gold Squadron podcast. Hi, me. Thanks. How you doing, Dutch? Welcome in.
All right, Ravi, probably Ravi 89 most of the time. Watch on YouTube due to work and time difference. I'm from Germany. Well, hello, my German friend. I'm sure the world tour was kind to you, able to actually watch during a decent hour when we were on the other side of the world.
Right, it was much harder for us Americans during the European Team Championships.
We want to watch. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Missing Link 91 just subscribed. Thank you so much for your 10 months of support. That is incredible.
Thank you guys so much.
So, positionally, Ryan Staniszewski's in a pretty good position. Ryan Fisher still has a good chance to come back, though. He needs to make sure, I think, this turn that he doesn't lose another ship. He's got to trade, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right now, I mean, Jake is the thing that's the most hurt. You have Kylo in a spot where... Ulfric, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Ravi89. It's very nice of you. Thank you so much. Kylo's in a place to pursue Jake right now. And that's the easiest way to get some points at the moment.
And that's a bad spot for Jake.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely going to be pursued. What you could do, though, if you're working on just protecting Jake, you hard one him to the left, and you get in Kylo's face. Kylo won't be able to pursue you. You set yourself right here, and because Kylo is stressed, there's no K-turn possibility. Though then you're taking your Jake and putting it out of the fight, which could be a problem. Separate from all that.
I think if I was Ryan, I would let Kylo pursue Jake because Jake is the least amount of points in his list, and shots on Jake is not shots on the strongest, beefiest portion of his list in Braylon. Right, so you let Jake try and survive Kylo's shots, and you while you're killing the rest of his list because if you can take out those TIE-SFs. Before you really lose a whole lot of your list, you're in a really good spot.
Oh, yeah. All right, here is the quick move.
All right.
Maybe a little focus linked rotate action here.
Or target locks if you're thinking that.
All right, there's a target lock on the Jan. I mean, that is the most likely ship you have a shot on.
It's a smart move. Jan holding those focus tokens from the Moldy Crow title.
And thank you to G. Archila Jr. for subscribing for 18 months. All right, and here's the block. Successfully blocked Cassian. So no actions there, but we'll be able to trade range 1 shots with that green SF.
Right. Jake turning in, just going for the kill on those SFs. Taking that barrel roll, hoping that Kylo maybe goes in a little hot and kind of overshoots Jake. That would be a really good spot for Ryan Staniszewski to be in.
That barrel roll focus from his ability.
Oh,
and Braylon is covering Jake. I like this.
Right.
Going to the outside here with Braylon. Might have arc dodge green even. It's going to be close.
And with Jan probably going fairly slow, we're gonna see that Jan is still covering both Braylon, Cassian, and potentially Jake in her arc for that +1 bonus.
All
Jake Braylon looking to fail his barrel roll to get the stress.
Yep. Honestly, he might not have minded if he fit either.
Right.
It guarantees the arc dodge. And next, you can have Cassian end up taking the stress off and just blowing through that debris cloud. All right, 1 forward from Jan. She is the one that adds that extra punch to Staniszewski's list, so we'll see how the action there ends up faring.
And I mean, a 3-die attack with a focus is not a bad thing to have in general.
No, that Moldy Crow title is really, really good. Being able to add that, that three attack dice to a side of your ship. It's quite powerful.
Okay, so it looks like Jan is taking a target lock on the back green SF. And Kylo is going fast. I like this move.
Zoom. So we talked about earlier, one of the possibilities for Jake trying to get in his face, but here was the flip side. Like, if Kylo goes fast, you end up wasting your move. So ended up working out for Staniszewski.
Looks like maybe with a boost and potentially a barrel roll, he'll be out of Braylon's arc. Potentially. Might still be in there. Braylon has a lot of arc on Kylo.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
does. That's a big chunk. But one of the things it took me a long time to realize was that it is easier to arc dodge somebody when you're closer to them.
Oh, for sure.
Because the triangle's so much smaller.
Yeah.
Right? Compared to when you're like out at range 2 and 3, you're like, wait a second.
There we go.
How do I get out?
Kylo with the boost and barrel roll, and I would say he's out of arc at this point.
Wiggle, wiggle. He's got it.
Good job, Kylo. And he has shots on Jan, so now all of his ships are now pointing in the same direction.
That's a good thing for Fisher. We'll see if he can capitalize. Need those dice to work out. Shout out to Hangar 19 for hosting this event, by the way. And Mark Moriarty provided us with a stack of cards we're going to be giving away today.
And guys, if you have any time that you spend in Indianapolis, you should be coming down here. It's a great game shop, and it's worth coming down to an event down in Indianapolis.
Here's the lock.
All right.
And there you go. So the rule here on stream is that any dice out the box need to be re-rolled no matter what. So that's the re-roll, and whiffs there. That's hit, crit going through. That is on the green one, and that is all the shields.
That is not a good start for Jake or for Ryan Fisher. There's still 3 ships to go.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like Kylo is shooting obstructed, range 3 through Jan. So 3 dice on 4.
All right, Jan won't hesitate to spend those focus tokens. Use the force.
Boom. And then 4 dice. Ouch. All right, taking 2 on Jan. That takes all of the shields off the Hawk.
1 whole point away from half.
That seems like that's pretty much the best scenario you can hope for.
Yeah, I mean, she's really expensive. She's 61 points, so if you can get her off the board, that's a pretty good chunk.
All right,
that would put Fisher right back into it.
Looks like range 2. They're trying to decide if it's unobstructed or not. Okay, they have called it as unobstructed.
Crack shot's live here. That green is definitely in there, but not after.
Doesn't matter?
Nope. Not when you roll double natties.
Looks like Ryan Fisher might be pretty strong. Is looking pretty strong at the moment.
That's right. Cassian. Oh, and Jan using the ability, making a 5-dice shot here from Cassian.
Cassian does not have a target lock, though. He bumped.
Yep.
So 4 dice unmodded. Seems good.
And no focus on the other side. That's a dead ship.
Oh, man. That's really hard when you don't have the cluster missile, or when you're not able to fire those cluster missiles off.
Disable power regulator on the way out.
Yep. So it looks like we have one more shot this round, and looks like it's a cluster missile shot on Jan.
Yep, one of these shots could do it. She has a focus token. If you get another blank out like that, you could erase her. It's unlikely, though.
So does cluster missile, remind me, I don't use cluster missiles all that often.
Worries.
Does that allow you to fire twice at the same target, or do you have to fire at a different
target? You got to
target?
fire at a different target.
So that's wasting a little bit of the cluster missile's ability, because there are no other targets in this SF's field.
Right, just one hit. Has a lock. And hit, crit. 2 crits go through, could do it.
This could do it. Well, it's looking for a direct.
Weapons failure. Fuel leak. All right, second one's essentially blank. But we'll go ahead and put that weapons failure out there.
If only they were reversed.
Oh, yeah, if they were dead Jan. So that's half points. All right, Ryan's still in this, though, 50-77. If he takes out Jan Ors, I mean, we can do a little theoretical math here. He takes out Jan Ors, he's up 80-77. But that's not the case at the moment. Ends up with another 30 points.
So if you were Ryan Fisher in this position, what's our new win condition?
I mean,
we got to kill Jan and Jake, right?
Jan's got to go. Jake, you got to finish him off. Kylo is your points fortress. He is 85 points, and if you can hold on to all 85 of those and just start whittling down Ryan Staniszewski's forces, you're going to be fine. You got 32 minutes. Jan should, if all things work out for Fisher, Jan should be off the board this next turn. But Ryan Staniszewski is going to make sure that Jan gets a good shot. She's also initiative 5, so you can't initiative kill her. But yeah, Jan's got to go first. She's the first thing.
So if Jan and Jake both come off the table, and we have Braylon and Cassian left. Cassian has the U-Wings spin around maneuver.
Yep.
Can Kylo reasonably dance around the table enough to keep Cassian and Braylon from getting good group shots against him?
I think that you need to dance a little bit to get Braylon off the table, because Cassian enables Braylon, but Braylon is a little squishier.
Right.
Just because of one agility consistently.
But if Braylon and Cassian both get good shots on Kylo even once, that can potentially be a bad day.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Players thinking about their dials right now. This is a really tough turn for Ryan Fisher.
During the break, let's remember to show off the trophy.
Oh yeah, that is
very
pretty.
pretty.
We're looking at we have all of the prize swag on our table, and
it's
so
right there. I'm touching it right now, literally. My hands are on the prizes.
We might need to go to commercial break. Neon's getting a little excited here.
Well, what I'm excited about is to give away this stack of cards here, given to us by Mark. I mean, we have a ton. That's at least 60 cards.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have multiple copies of each, because if you look at them this way, you can actually tell the different factions.
That's
from the top.
Cool.
It's actually really clever. It's because of the faction symbols, like their cutoff points. All right, here we go.
All right.
So we're 3 banking to the outside. We should see a focus rotate. That is a white linked action.
Right. I love SFs. I flew SFs for like a straight year in 1.0. It was a great time. It was. These ships are just so sneaky good. They're beefy, they have good maneuverability, and they can just continue just to pound you even when you're going the other way. Cassian doing his pivot
That's right. So that lowers the agility to 1. But Staniszewski calling the fact that that SF was turning around, so that was getting behind. So he's deciding now where to rotate it. You can go 90 or 180 degrees. Honestly, the fluff level with that rotate for the U-wing is amazing. Yeah. I love it. All right, and going to the left side, anticipating Kylo.
It seems like FFG has been doing a much better job as they continue to make much better models, but also to make all the ships feel so much more like the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Isofane. How you doing, buddy?
Isofane, we got your Saturday morning X-Wing here on Gold Squadron Productions.
And thank you guys so much for joining us on Twitch today. We appreciate you stopping in. It is about 10:48 in Indianapolis this morning, and it's cold December.
That's right.
Feeling like the holidays.
There's Jake pushing forward.
All right. So Jake is using his ability to give Braylon that focus. Are we expecting a 2K out of Braylon this turn?
2K? Yes, maybe.
Or Talon roll?
There's it. You called it.
All
2K.
Right. Man, see, chat. You guys give me crap when we're on the Paintcast that I don't know anything about X-Wing, but I just called a move.
That's it.
Okay.
Calls one move. Is expert.
Is expert. I mean, just saying.
So we got Jan zooming forward here, anticipating the strike from the SF. Will she be able to survive?
And potentially trying to put Kylo in a box.
No, nobody puts Kylo in a box.
Nobody puts Kylo in the corner.
That's right. Except for Kylo. Oh, man, I'm so excited for the Rise of Skywalker, Luke. Oh, my goodness.
7 days.
7 days.
Less than.
No, for me, it's way less because I'm seeing it on Thursday. I'm seeing it on Thursday at 5 p.m. Central.
There is.
I am jacked.
I've been watching. I watched all the previews.
Yep.
And I have no idea what's going to go on.
I know. They're really. Hollywood has gotten really good for these like major blockbusters of making trailers that make you go, I have no idea what's happening.
Bro, repair your weapons failure. Jake just continuing on his day.
That's right. I'm fine.
Our Jan continuing on her day.
Oh, right now her job is to
not die.
To not die. Correct. To not die and then pump up Braylon's shot.
Well, at this point, Jan is still stressed, so she can't even add she could not add a die this turn.
False.
Looks like Kylo just getting out of there, not liking the situation. Probably for the best, so smart move. QTG523, greetings from Liberia, Costa Rica. Gonna try and catch what I can every time I land. Well, thank you so much for spending your day with us. We appreciate you so much.
That's right. Quality Time Games, the provider of, at times, free airfare for the Gold Squadron Productions podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually, he actually got to be an attendant on the. Did you see the United Airlines Star Wars plane?
No.
It's amazing.
There's a Star Wars plane?
Yeah. Like they had to replace his, they were having mechanical issues with the plane they were scheduled with, and they busted out the Star Wars plane. It was great. It was super cool.
If you had if you were a flight attendant or a pilot and you had the opportunity, how much would you be bidding to be on the Star Wars plane?
All of it.
Right.
Hit, crit, roll in the box, Staniszewski. And 3 shields off of Cassian because he doesn't have any focus.
Ryan is better than this.
All right.
So we have some. So this is kind of starting to be a little bit unfortunate for Ryan. He looks like he's spreading out his damage pretty strongly. And when you spread out your damage and you leave ships to continue to roll dice at you, that usually isn't a really great sign of you being ahead, right? Things can swing really quick. But right now, keeping all these guns on the table is not always the best.
Isofane says, waking up to X-Wing games and the majestic voice of Dion Morales. Best morning ever.
Isofane, I'm hurt. He does have a very silky smooth voice, though. I do agree. Thank you so much, 2112 PJM, Fun Walk, and Mixiddles? Nice. I like that name. For your Twitch Prime subs. Thank you so much. You're awesome.
So at 2 p.m. Eastern is like the Fortnite Star Wars thing. I don't know if you heard about this. They're doing like a Star Wars Fortnite crossover. They're showing like an exclusive scene from the movie as hype. So we're getting like, oh, you should like host a Fortnite streamer.
Well, we can. Do we want to host it, or do we just want to take the Fortnite stream and just kind of put it on a box in the bottom for a little bit?
Probably could do that. Because then we have to disconnect the stream in order to host somebody's channel.
We can just add them for a little bit, and then, like...
We'll put a name.
Yeah.
We'll give a shout-out to some Fortnite streamer.
Yep. And
the Fly and the
could
Mighty.
Use a McGriddle. Oh, man. Breakfast food is the best food. Like, it's pretty much the best food.
McGriddles are amazing and terrible all at the same time. Hey, Dion, are you coming to the UK? Oh, man. I want to. I can't, guys. I can't do it. I don't have the time.
Dion, stop reading those.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't not read them. They're egging me on. They're baiting me. They know. They're saying, Dion, come.
They're baiting you like Jake.
That's right. Well, see, I think what I need to do is my ultimate plan for world domination is we have outposts in different countries, right? Gold Squadron outposts. So where it's like, all right, there's an event in the UK. All right, outpost leader person in UK.
Do you know who is a good X-Wing streamer and world champion that lives in the UK?
I do know.
So, I mean, potentially someone you could talk to.
I could talk. I'll talk to him.
I mean,
I'll have my people call his people.
Right.
I look, even Isofane's, he's getting into the party.
When Isofane says timer budget, there's a question. There's an implication there.
Slaps checkbook on lap.
Isofane, 100 subs. No.
All right, opening the wings on Cassian.
What about Crate Cup in March?
I'll be there.
There you go. Done.
Yep. I won't be there for day one because day one's on a Friday. And my Fridays are limited, which is the reason why I can't make the UK system open.
The handsomest man in X-Wing, Oliver Pocknell.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
He is a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
He's...
so I showed my wife the video, like the I don't know if you saw, there was like a BBC video of him, the fact that he won, and my wife goes, "Wow, he's pretty." And I went, "Yeah, I know."
You're like he's also foreign.
That's right. I didn't get jealous. I'm like, I agree.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with objectively saying like, yes, this person is attractive. All right. One forward from Braylon. Clear his stress for now.
Easy move right there.
Focus. Barrel roll.
Remember, Cassian took the stress from Jan Ors at the start of the turn, so Jan now is free to do whatever maneuver she needs to do.
She might just continue running away towards the top of the board. There's, at this point, Hawks don't have 2 turns, so that's going to clip there. Don't roll a crit, Ryan.
Oh, man.
Oh, did he fit it? No, he clipped it.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, if he rolls a crit, he's gone. Oh.
Ryan at the table says, "Hope for no crit or I'm dead."
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
He's got a pile of tokens there.
Hey, thanks, Ravi89. Appreciate you. Have a good day.
Zoom in here. 4K ready to re-engage. Remind me after this round to tape the dice box down. Forgot to do that.
Done.
All right, Jan, no shot, but in range to pump up some shots. I don't think Ryan actually has any shots this turn, though. All right, Kylo does have a shot here on Cassian. Hit, crit seems good. And hit, crit getting through to Cassian. That's going to be half points. Direct hit. That's a total of 3 cards. Down to 2 hole.
This is such an interesting game because there are so many ships left on the table, but all of Ryan Staniszewski's ships are starting to look a little battered.
Yeah.
But this is kind of Ryan's game plan. It seems like
Evaded there.
All right. It seems to be the game plan of the Rebel Beef list to spread out the damage as much as possible for as long as possible.
Absolutely. We're gonna go ahead and clear the table. Yeah, it's one of those where the staying power for the Rebel ships, you know, they stay around for a long time, but once they start plinking off, it goes down fast. So Staniszewski's got to be careful. He is currently in the lead only by 1 point there. Losing that half point on Cassian did hurt.
Right, and the Flying Whitey says, truth is Kylo can win this easily by himself. He's such a monster.
Absolutely.
So, right, so I mean, Kylo, and as we know right now, Kylo as the point sink in Ryan Fisher's list has all, is holding all of the points for himself. So what Ryan probably needs to do at this point is to get all of the force off of Kylo, right? But I mean, you guys know better than me, so you guys tell me, chat. What does Ryan Staniszewski need to do to win right now? And then what does Ryan Fisher? What does he need to do? Because at this point, Kylo is turned around. The SF is not though. So the SF has to go. Let's pull up this telestrator here. The SF has to go this way in some capacity, and then Kylo has to go this way in some capacity. So they're both going different directions, and there's the potential that the SF is going to be outranged by anything that he kind of moves towards.
Yep, this is the point where you got to turn around with the SF for sure. Fly in the Mighty saying he's going to start collecting initiative kills here. I mean, yeah, that's the MO for Kylo. That initiative 5 is really powerful, and if Jan isn't there to threaten by making one of those, either Braylon or Cassian's shot more threatening, Kylo's not too afraid.
Do we know how we're doing on force for Kylo right now? Do we see any?
So force tokens.
Looks like
he's right there at the top.
Full.
He's full.
So that's a. So that's a really good spot. Kylo is in the best spot that he can be in right now.
Yep.
Okay. Cassian takes the stress off of Janors.
Cassian, very, very good.
So it looks like the
2-turn here to the left, using the side-to-side method. So that means that SF's not getting a shot this turn.
And without any other ships to threaten, Kylo can lose his force really quickly. And once you're just rolling just 3 straight dice, you're either using the focus, presumably that Kylo's going to take, and losing that for not using that for offense because you're saving it for defense, or and then you're potentially not taking ships off the table.
The too hard there from Cassian gets him around the rocks. Going to stay focused. He's keeping the 2 dice for defense. I think that was the plan there. He could have rotated to get a better vantage point on Kylo, but the focus and the extra dice there definitely help. 2 bank from Jake, probably going to boost here and try to set up that crack shot as a threat to Kylo.
And that crack shot can make all the difference in the world.
Yeah. It's such a good card. I totally expect it to go up in points in January.
For the right ship, it's easy to set up. It's good. It's just a great play.
Uses his ability to give himself focus.
And then just a 1 straight out of Braylon. Interesting.
He's just creating the net.
Yep. Getting those arcs spread out, trying to make sure that that hopefully he gets multiple shots on Kylo, because that's what you need to take Kylo down. You have to have 2 shots at least on him all the time. Sorry about that with the mic, guys. McRaya gifting a tier 1 sub to Vanessa the Hermit. Thank you so much for the gift sub.
Thank you so much. You know, I do want to just shout out our community. We have a lot of people willing to gift subs to others, and it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. Like, you guys are so nice.
All right, 5 straight. This is on for Cassian. Cassian's licking his lips right now. He's like, I got a shot here.
Man.
And Cassian, Kylo can't get out of it.
This is a scary, scary place for Kylo right now, because I said multiple shots.
He's
right
at 3 right now.
4. Jan has a shot too. This is
So barrel roll gets him out of the crack shot. Still a range 1 shot. He'd have to boost as well.
He still has a shot with everybody, it looks like.
Yep.
This is a scary place to be for Kylo right now.
Oh yeah. Going as far forward as possible.
I was watching The Force Awakens Thursday evening, prepping for the new movie, right? And
the boost.
And it reminded me of the. We'll just use the Force.
Yeah, that's not how the Force works. Kylo may have boosted himself out of any shots. This can hurt.
So Kylo won't be able to give a shot, but he will be receiving at least 2 shots. And one potentially a 5 dice shot from Cassian with a focus.
Yep. This is a scary one.
The real Alarith, don't ever be sorry that you can't sub or give money to us on this channel. We are so happy that you are here. You literally, you guys being here in the channel is all that we need. We appreciate you so much. And Merry Christmas.
That's right. I think we might do a little sing along later.
Oh.
Have yourself a merry. Got plans.
All right.
We'll take requests.
Dion's gonna take requests. I can do background like boo boo.
There you go.
Right.
Boom 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 boom. Dion's a millionaire. He doesn't need us anymore. False. False. If I was a if I was a millionaire, I would be going to the UK System Open.
Right. Right. When you're a millionaire, time and money are equivalently easy to obtain.
Correct. All right, we are.
It looks
checking to see.
Is that a range 2 token? A range 2?
It's a range 2. They're checking to see if it's obstructed or not.
My initial guess is no. But I don't know. But I mean, with these slight angles, you never know exactly how it's going to be. So it looks like
I heard 3 on 4, so that means just range 3.
Right.
2 hits. Forcing them to spend the Force.
There you go. So he's thinking about. Yep. So does he use 2 Force at this point?
At this point, there's no reason not to. Here's your opportunity to do it. He's going through his mind, trying to see if he could find, is there any reason for me not to spend them both? And you hear Staniszewski saying at the table, it's guaranteed.
And if you don't, he's just going to roll natties next time and just leave a damage on the table.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, did Jan clear her weapons failure?
She has not cleared her weapons failure, but she did clear her stress. Oh, so there should be one guy down. All right, we're going to go clear that right now. So give us just a second. Thank you so much, Isofane. Okay, so Jan did take her action this turn to clear the weapons failure, so we are all okay. He just He just failed to remove the crit token from his...
Well, he still has fuel leak. I think that's why it's still out there, even though it's irrelevant.
Irrelevant, right. So we'll fix that weapons failure right now.
Next shot. Ooh, this is...
This is Cassian, 5 dice into Kylo, 5 hits. This is exactly not where Kylo wants to be. No force. Kylo taking 4 hits.
He did.
And Kylo is removed from the table.
Rip, 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 rip.
I don't want to preliminarily call this match, but it's probably
Staniszewski has the game. Yeah. All right. I mean, all jokes aside, he took the risk there. All right. I mean, he is dead, right? Did he?
So we had.
Was it 5? It was 5 hits.
4 hits.
4 hits. Okay.
4 hits,
so he's on. He has 1.
He has 1 left. Okay.
I thought I saw 5.
Kylo with 1 hit is Kylo with 1 hull left is still potentially viable. We have 9 minutes left in the game, so not a lot of time for him to make up all the points, but possible. Ryan Staniszewski at this point has a couple ships that could easily be killed quickly in rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's time just to just get the rest of these ships off the table and keep both of your ships alive at this point.
It was 5 hits. That's why I thought it was 5 hits.
It was. He rolled 5 hits.
And he rolled 5 hits, rolled 1 evade, and he had 4 hull left.
But he didn't. Did he only take 1 from Jan?
No, he took 2.
Did he? They're playing him still on the table. So I mean,
wait. Am I getting confused? I'm getting confused.
I feel like
he spent the force.
He spent 2 force.
Okay.
To save 3 hits.
Got it. So he's at 2. He's at 2. Sorry, I got confused.
Okay.
My bad. Sorry, I just when I ran over there with the weapons failure.
Okay. So right now it looks like there are. I'm gonna go check. I'm just gonna go check the damage on Kylo, and we'll
yeah, it should be 2 cards. We got it. I think we're good.
Okay.
Take a seat. Take a load off.
This is the most fun that I have all week, guys. Like, coming and hanging out with you guys, with everybody on Twitch is the most fun I have in my week. So, always take a load off. I feel like I should have a paintbrush in my hand while I'm talking, though.
I mean, we can make that happen. We're literally sitting in front of a giant rack of paints, and I bet there's a brush somewhere around here, over there somewhere.
We're not here to watch me paint, though. We're here to watch some excellent X-Wing play.
I mean, we can do picture in picture. It's fine. if we could do the X Zone, all right, the GSPN like we did at Worlds, we can manage painting and a game at the same time. We'll just put you on a blue screen. You can't do blue. You can't just use any blue paint.
Any blue.
Or you do blue paint and the ship disappears as you paint it.
Exciting. Exciting TV right there.
You could do it in cool patterns, and it has this cool disappearing thing, and then it's a reveal when you see it in person. I'm in.
People need to learn to stop daring U-Wings to slap them around.
Well, U-Wings, they look and feel like they're clunky, right? They're like, it's not a really maneuverable ship. It's not too dangerous. But that rotate makes them super dangerous. Cassian is an amazing piece.
And that's thematic. Not that we care about thematics in X-Wing in terms of the game itself, but I mean that's thematic to Star Wars itself. I mean, if you watch Rebels, Saw Gerrera's U-Wing in Rebels is phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you just need to get your theme better.
That's right. All righty, here is the stop rotate. I think that was just a mark.
Mark for Jake. Cassian already moved. Cassian did a turn. He was See, Cassian. We're gonna show Dion here.
Sorry,
Cassian was here.
Why are you calling me out like this?
Because he shot Kylo. If you remember.
Right.
And so he turned over here, and now Cassian is facing this direction.
I misspoke, Luke. You're correct. Barrel roll from Jake.
Corp Redlick, hey Luke, approaching 1 year of Paintcast. Time flies by fast. Yeah, I was talking on the Paintcast on Thursday about whether or not we're going to get a second season.
We might pick them up.
All right, whether or not I'll get, whether or not we're going to get one of those like weird replacements where just the lead character is just replaced by a different actor,
And we
you're
pretend like nothing happened.
Right? No one. So we'll see, guys. I mean, could be a couple. Lou the Lunatic, reading my mind here. Dion, are we getting Paintcast Season 2? Is Luke getting the Firefly treatment?
All right.
The artist versus the musician, a classic battle for the ages.
It's true.
We don't battle. Dion and I have just an amazing relationship. Dion is literally the best organizer for me, because I just love painting. I love doing the thing, being with you guys, hanging out, and it seems like Dion just loves all of the minutia work, all of the business side.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I know it gets tedious, but I think you actually enjoy putting it all together.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
When it's done, it's like, oh, I did a thing.
Right. I mean, obviously, when you're sending out 1,000 envelopes, that's not something that really you like. Right.
Yeah.
No one likes sealing 1,000 envelopes.
Right. Exactly.
Right. How many envelopes do we send out every Patreon quarter?
Over 600.
Okay.
Well, no. So false. For the last one, it was over 1,000 because there was a chunk of people I had to do 2 shipments for because we were missing the plastic cards.
Oh,
so
wow.
I had to do 2 envelopes for certain patrons.
So for those of you that don't already know, Gold Squadron Podcast has a Patreon, which Patreon. All
right, let's get back to that in a second. We have a shot here.
Wait,
Here we go. Crit blank there from Jan into the SF. Got to evade.
All right, so the SF is safe for the moment. So Kylo into Jan, trying to get Jan off the board. This would be at least a good start.
Guaranteed gone.
Got it. Jan is off the board, and now we.
It's 106, 120.
This is a close game.
Fisher still behind. He needs to try to get another turn here with 2 minutes and change left.
So if he can get I would say that Cassian is probably the easiest piece for Kylo to get off the board. At least he knows where Cassian is going.
Yeah.
Where Cassian can be. But I mean, we still have all of the rest of the shots coming in at the SF. If the SF goes down this turn, the game is over.
Right. All right, 3-on-2. Here we go. Reroll with his ability. Gets to reroll 2. Gets the average out of it. And be able to focus out.
All right, takes out. Now we have Jake.
This might be obstructed.
Looks like obstructed range 2. So 2 dice from Jake on 3 dice.
1 hit.
Safe.
Wow,
this SF holding it together.
Cassian checking his range.
That is one heck of a pilot right there.
That's right. Just get out of the way. All right. So with 1 minute and change left, it's all about protecting points now, or trying to shore up your lead if you're Staniszewski. So right now, I'm just kind of looking at points. Let's look on this side here. The other half would be 26 points. Yeah, if Fisher gets Cassian, he wins. That puts him ahead.
So I expect. So this is red is going to be Luke's predictions here. All right. So I expect Jake just to go off into nowhere. I expect Braylon to do a 2K. Right. So he'll be facing that way, and then I expect Cassian to. He might do a 2-turn up. Okay. So if that would then allow when Kylo comes in. Kylo has to be going after Cassian. So he has to be doing some sort of 1-turn, 2-turn, and he can't be going after Jake. If he kills Jake, does he have enough points to win?
Let's take a look here. He get 19, and he needs 15 to lead. Yes, half of Jake would do it too.
Okay, so if he kills Jake, But Jake could go anywhere, though. How do you predict where Jake is going to go?
You can't.
Because this is an open field for Jake.
Absolutely. He can end up almost anywhere.
And I think right now it's going to come down to, can Braylon shoot Kylo off the board? Right? Because even if Kylo gets Cassian, right now Kylo has one force.
Honestly, you know, I think it might just be easier. My prediction is to go after the SF.
Zion is going to be green. Oh, SF is moving in. Oh, here we go.
Because if you get half of the Zeta, he'll get 19 points, and if you end up trading that for the half of Cassian, that is a difference of 7, and Staniszewski would still be ahead.
Right.
We'll see what the call is here. Because if you get 3 shots with all your ships into 2 agility with only a focus, you have a pretty good chance of doing it.
Absolutely.
There is the 1 bank, so has that shot on the SF. Focus. Of course, Cassian would have to survive to actually shoot.
Right.
Because Kylo could just wipe him out.
Interesting that so maybe he's just trying to get Jake out of the way.
Hard. That bumps.
Man, I have to imagine we see a 2K out of Braylon at this point.
That might have been, like you said, just get him out of the way.
Right.
There's the 2K.
Because that'll auto stress him, give him his rerolls. He has some focuses, or he has his soft mods.
And Kylo, where are you going? All right, the engagement's happening exactly where we thought. Right here in the middle, Kylo versus the world. He's not getting clipped by Cassian right now. Maybe by Jake though.
So, do you potentially boost in with Kylo just to like take your focus, do your auto thrusters, boost in just to make sure you don't get shot by Jake too?
Oh,
because Cassian's is likely not going to half the Zeta, right?
Right. This
all comes down to whether or not Kylo can survive. Kylo can kill Cassian and survive the shot back from Braylon.
Right.
And if neither of those things happen, it doesn't matter if he's in Cassian's arc.
There's the focus. He has 1 or 2 force right now.
He has 1 force.
1 force.
This is a gutsy move right here.
Yep.
Is he in range 2, or do you think he's in range 1 at this point? Of Braylon.
Of Braylon? That's range 2.
Okay.
For sure.
So, I mean, any boost is going to put him into range 1 of Braylon, which is not
bad news.
Yeah, bad news.
Bad news, Bears. That's going to be a range 1 there.
Looks like range 1 to me. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like he's caught on there. It looks like it's range 1.
We'll see how many dice they roll. No, it was just range 2.
Okay. Oh, man, this is hard. Because you want to use the focus, but you also want to use optics. So
I mean, he's behind. He has to spend it.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2. So he's going to take 2 damage.
Yeah.
All right, he's going to use 2 damage. Cassian has 2, so Cassian has to blank.
Yeah. At this...
Oh,
okay, apparently he had forgotten to flip the force.
Okay, so he has 2 force. So he's going to optics and use 2 force. For 3.
Okay.
Okay, so potentially going to get Cassian off the board.
Looks
like he does.
And Cassian's gone.
All right. So this all comes down to whether or not Braylon can.
Braylon's got to do 3-on-3 with rerolls, and maybe Jake for backup.
What an exciting game!
Yeah, this has come down to the wire. And that's close.
Looks like it's just out, is what I'm seeing.
No shot. All right, Braylon versus Kylo for the game.
Braylon versus Kylo at range 2, so 3 dice versus 3 dice. Braylon has his soft mods. Looks like he can use it once.
Reroll, just 2.
So just 2.
Need a blank out here.
Save me, Duncan.
Oh, and Kylo's gone.
Kylo's off the board.
That's the game.
That is amazing.
Staniszewski wins it right there. Came down to the wire, 131 to 162.
Almost stolen. Almost got it. Wow.
Oh, man.
That was exciting, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Well, again, congratulations. And you know what time it is? It's giveaway time.
Hey, guys.
How's it going? I wore one of my Philadelphia X-Wing shirts in memory of Philadelphia last weekend.
Oh, right.
So I had to. It's also part of my 50 shirts challenge. Okay, I've worn a different shirt, different Star Wars shirt every single day for the last now 40-something days. It's been kind of crazy.
I got this shirt my junior year of college, so 2010.
Strong. I also have college clothes. Oh, man. Well, let's go ahead and give away some of these sweet, sweet alt arts.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So
Hey, you want me to Vanna White some of these?
Oh, please do.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and open up the giveaway machine.
So what do we want to? So who won?
Let's see. We had a Rebel win.
A Rebel win. So we have AP5.
There you go.
Let's zoom in on that bad boy.
There you go. Give it a second to autofocus. Put your hand behind it. It'll do a little autofocus.
All right.
There it is. Bam.
Bam. Look at that AP5. Dion has a camera so far away, I have to like reach all the way across the table.
It's
fine. I'm just
throwing shade.
It's just like the UK System Open. Are you gonna go?
I can't make it. I'm so sorry. All right, let's go ahead and open up the giveaway machine.
So we're gonna give away the AP5. Are we also gonna give away a first order?
Yeah, I mean we got plenty.
Right.
Let's give away and one mystery one. Just like pick one. Just pick a random one.
All right. And here's the first order. This sweet Von Reg card. All of the art for all of these cards were done by Mark Moriarty, who is just an incredibly talented artist.
Right. He doesn't like to take credit. A lot of times he'll be like, "Oh, it's art by Hanger 19."
Yeah.
It's Mark Moriarty. Okay.
Yeah. And you should absolutely reach out to him if you want some super awesome commission artwork.
I will say that we have some stuff coming from Mark Moriarty down the line here.
Man,
soon. TM.
He's exciting. I'm excited about that.
All right. Pick a random one.
All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna get some scum action in here.
Sure. All right.
We got this Ketsu Onyo card. Boom.
There you go.
Done.
And if you're a patron, you can we have our Ketsu, and you can just have them on both sides, right? You put just like, how am I feeling today? Feeling more live action or cartoony?
Right.
Just follow your heart that day.
Follow your heart. Yeah. Switch it between rounds. That's okay.
That's the correct strategy.
Right.
Switch it between rounds. All right, so let's go ahead and give away the. We'll do the Ketsu Onyo Crossroads Classic card first. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, roll it.
Snorgot, thank you so much. Following since May 30th, 2019. You're a baby. You're new. Thank you so much.
They are new. Hi. Welcome.
Have a card. Make sure you type !win in the chat in order to fill out all of the stuff and say, I won that sweet Ketsu Onyo card.
That's right. Next one. Von Reg. That stash, though.
That stash.
That's pretty strong.
This is such a sweet card.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Winner is
the Blaine Train 12.
Chugga, chugga, chugga,
Following
chugga,
since
chew.
June 23rd, 2018. Thanks so much for your support. Appreciate you.
And last but not least, the Rebel card.
AP5.
AP5. 3, 2, 1. Roll it. Dude. Hot.
Dude. Must be a Keanu Reeves fan.
That's right. And following since October 2019, again, another newish person. So welcome to the community.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Make sure you type that !win if you won. Type that right into the chat. It'll give you a link. Fill out that. If you don't fill it out, we can't send you your stuff.
Yes, and you got to make sure it's filled out correctly, because the way I will literally give you the process. All right, we get a big spreadsheet. I export it all, and we make it into like a mail merch. Okay,
right. And
it prints all the addresses on the envelopes. If we look at the envelope and there is a line missing, we chuck it in the recycling bin.
Right.
Because we don't want to waste stamps.
Right.
That's just wasteful of money. Oh, Sorry, the alert is like on top of your face.
That's okay. I'm like Mike Wazowski. I'm on TV.
There you go.
I'm going to jump dude hot in the parking lot for that AP5.
I'm next? Yeah. Okay. I'm in.
All right.
That's fine.
All right. I'm going to go find our next game that we're going to watch.
I'm excited to see what happens. All right, guys. We'll be back here in a few minutes for round 2 of the... Oh, well, Ewok Squadron has sent some stuff out. You should be getting it soon. Thank you, Lou. I will keep an eye out for it.
This is why you're number 2, Lou. The number 2 Luke.
Oh, is his name also Luke?
Yeah. So
he's Luke too?
He's the number 2 Luke.
Number 2 Luke.
I'm the number 1 Luke because
Right.
I'm clearly the optimal Nietzsche Superman.
Got
is
it.
really where we're at right now. Any tokens to give away, Gold Squadron podcast? Maybe later. Stay tuned. ...
Dot.
All right, I'm gonna go find our next challenger.
All right, guys. We'll be back.